always wanted a clothing. In fact, this is what I was planning on calling it.
Oh, nice.
So I designed the logo and everything.
That's a wallpaper.
Yeah, because like every day I put this as my lock screen to try and work towards it.
I want to say something.
Yeah.
You're not gonna like it.
No.
That's a Kardashian brand.
I know.
You know?
Yeah, so basically I checked and they stopped all their stores.
Yeah, they've stopped everything. Yeah.
So that's why I did my research.
You can
that
do
way,
it, yeah.
But still, I mean, I really just wanted to work in a brand that kind of creates content that I can agree with and markets well.
And you know, you should be able to exercise your creative efforts because you're someone with so much thought and idea and valuable shit.
Exact same thing in the car yesterday.
You need to understand me.
मतलब ये जैसे लोग ना कोई चीज में क्रिएटिव होता है ये साला क्रिएशन के लिए ही है
every day आता है कि ये करते and that is genuinely the energy we wanted for our company as well because we've always said this that Siddhant and I may have started this brand but it can't go anywhere without a team, so it's as much yours as it is ours. Yeah. That is something that should be known to everyone.
Creating art in work.
I think that's what stood out for both of us. Like his first day here, even my first 2-3 days here, all of our suggestions were actually being taken.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
मतलब पता है क्या प्रॉब्लम था in every place that I work people don't know how to delegate. ठीक है आप लोगों को पता है कि क्या काम है क्या delegate करना है और उसके से चीजें बहुत sorted रहती है और आप लोग भी बहुत chill रहते हो.
Right now we were discussing what content to do, but we were discussing everything is being taken seriously, but we all know that it's Sid that's going to be the guy in charge of it. We all know that, but it's the same way with designing. We know it's going to come
with machine. Yeah.
So we know that, but everyone that's
it's
in
equal
charge,
effort from everyone.
Yeah, and everyone takes it as seriously.
That's very true. Like even I would not want it to be I'm being very honest. Okay, if Krishna has an idea that he has, today I will give him the responsibility of executing it. He can communicate it to everyone. He can tell you, he can tell me, he can tell Gurbani. But जैसा उसके दिमाग में है ना वो कर वही पाएगा. So that's very important. That you need to give that person a chair. Sometimes everyone needs to have their moment because if it's their idea and they're bringing that to the table, they should get that spotlight in that scenario.
Yeah.
That's best for the brand as a whole. In that scenario, वो hero बनने का कोई मतलब नहीं है. You know, like I said again, we may have started this company, but think about it. No, our idea of starting it was completely different. Today, it's completely different, and that's happened. 90% of it has happened because more people have been involved. We've had more ideas. That is one thing I never want to change. I never want to close my brain up to a point where I don't welcome change. That Desi Minimals should always be a brand that's always evolving, changing with time, changing with people, changing moods. Because otherwise you're stagnant. It gets boring.
I think that like he asked about why I feel this. In 2021, I was deathly scared of change.
Yeah.
Because a week before, one of my best friends, Jonathan, a week before he was actually leaving the country for good, he sprung it on me. And then 2 weeks after that, Wes is like, yeah, I'm going to Bangalore. And after that, another friend of mine, Tyrone, he was going to Mumbai. Abhi was going to Mumbai. And I was just realizing like, fuck dude.
All my friends are going.
Everyone is leaving, everyone's moving on with their life, I'm alone. And I was so scared of change, just in general. And that's why I feel like I stayed there for so long. But then, I kind of understood later that I need to go through it.
It can be uncomfortable.
Put myself into a situation with, like, me sending that message was, bro, I'm shaking sending that message. I'm like, bro, why the fuck will they consider me? They have 40,000 followers. I don't have a fucking portfolio to send.
Insert message.
Bro, and I'm literally saying I don't have a portfolio. I know Photoshop. I know Premiere Pro. Thoda. And bro, it was so weird because the day my brother came back from Bangalore, I was literally lying down. And he's like, I have a shoot with Desi Minimals tomorrow. And I'm like, what the fuck?
You manifested it.
And then the next day I get a message. I was like, bro, this is mad. This is fucking mad. And it was all lining up. And yeah.
Do you realize that this brand was also started by two people who don't know jack shit about clothing? You think we knew? We were selling t-shirts that were not creating
No, it's
a
true.
brand.
We've learned so much.
Yeah, no,
as we've
fucking,
built the
I
brand.
know what GSM was. I had to Google it. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It doesn't work like that. I have the full form of GSM. I still
We don't.
I just know it's grams and all
Both
that.
section one.
Grams per square
Ask
meter.
Kurbani. When she actually hit us up that, you know, she wants to work with us and everything, I saw that she's a high school student. But you remember when I spoke to you on call? She's like, yeah, but like I'm in school. And I'm like, I don't care. If you want a job, I'll give it to you. Like, if you're good at what you do, I don't care if you're a toddler or not.
I sent an email at 12:36 in the morning. I was like, "Meko kya I consider karenge?" Put in my portfolio, put in my recommendation letter, and then 10 o'clock in the morning, Devina calls me, "Hi, come in for an interview." I'm like, "Whoa!"
Obviously, because I'm like, it's really dumb to me. I feel like it's a very done concept of like portfolio and this and that. Yeah, okay, fine. If you have work to show, obviously it is impressive. But what if you're at a place where you have a fuck ton of ideas, but you haven't had the opportunity for work? Then shouldn't you be given the platform?
And the day I came here for the interview, it was so weird because I came here, I sat down, Sid asked me like 2-3 questions. You thought I was here for the other job.
Yeah,
the
heart broke, bro. But then he
And-
came.
What job?
My rescue.
That-
Oh, you thought he was there?
Yeah.
His
Yeah, and-
replacement.
Then the shoot happened and I was there for the whole shoot. And after the shoot, both of them were like, so what do you think? Do you want to join? And I'm like, I thought I need to answer more. I'm like, yeah, bro, fuck yeah. I was so in.
Yeah, like that's how we always.
No, I think like I literally called him as soon as I left the lane.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Then I left the lane and I'm like, bro, you don't know what the fuck just happened. And I told him, bro, I got an internship, I got it, and I told him everything. I was so gassed.
And एक दो दिन बाद इसने जब मेरे को ये बात बताया उसके बाद ही इसने बोला कि bro, Devina also needs one more
Yeah.
person.
And he had already, literally, my first day I told him.
Yeah.
And you made the call and everything.
Yeah, second day only I called him up.
Yeah.
यही और जब मैं यही हो रहा था इसको कि भाई कोई काम ही नहीं है मेरे पास लाइफ में क्या करूँगा
So
आपने कॉल करा मैंने बोला जो भी है मैं आ रहा हूँ हाँ
Perfect.
Like everything just fell in
Place,
so
yeah.
perfectly. It was like fucking
Natural.
Tetris, like
Yeah.
perfect Tetris play.
And I'll tell you what, I really feel like whatever happens for a reason and for good. Maybe you don't know, right? Like maybe your individual journey and his individual journey and yours and everyone else. Don't you think it's crazy that Siddhant and Nishi were literally in the same school together? They've crossed paths with each other.
Yeah.
And now they're working together.
They what?
I was her
Yeah.
senior and I got to know now that she was in
Just
my school.
imagine, don't you
In
think
the
that's
same
crazy?
I think we
You
were there
saw
for
him in
5 or
school.
6 years together.
I was in
You
the
think
school for
I
10
knew
years.
I would get married to this boy when I sat opposite from his 1 million
I
girlfriends?
mean, I've danced against him in his school.
Yeah.
and I didn't even know it.
Have you had 1 million girlfriends?
Yes. Maybe 1 or 2 less, but
No.
POV.
but yeah. So some crazy shit happens, and I've realized that it happens a lot around me. There's like a weird thing that happens with me where like people that are a part of my life, they've come into my life in a very weird way, almost planted.
Yeah.
Ki, you know, everything that's happened has happened for this
Good
particular
reason,
moment. Yeah.
See, like I've had not very close friends in my life.
Now I
maybe
hope
because of
that's
college.
changed.
Yeah, like in college is when I found people that I actually resonate with, and then I met.
No,
him.
she met herself.
Oh, of course,
Yeah.
of course. I mean, everyone here. That's what I'm saying. Like Krishna, especially when I met him before, it was like he used to call me to his house. He used to just roll one joint, and we used to chill and talk, and about fucking anything.
I love that.
And the one thing I like about him, he has no ego. No fucking ego. Like I can be telling him, because when I talk about, for example, music, right? I'm very passionate about it. So I'll tell him, okay, this is what this means. And he's like, oh fuck, okay. And then randomly later in the song, he's like, Acha, what does this mean? What does this mean? And like, he kind of engages that way. And then
He'll take interest in what you're also interested in.
exactly.
This is
and
something
I
even
take
I
an
don't
interest
know.
in what he's interested in. Like,
So sweet.
I like to make everyone happy. That's
Yeah.
it.
That's really sweet, and that's a quality you should never get rid of.
I hope so.
That's something genuinely. It makes it very easy for you to find a place in anyone's heart, and that's way more valuable than anything in life.
Also, I really don't know how.
Think
to do
about it. When you actually leave this world and you're dead, you're not gonna have money on you. You know what I
That
mean?
is true, that
you
is-
leave a lot of memories with a lot of people.
That is like, to be very honest, that is what I really aim for. Like, I want to be good books. I want to be in good books of everyone. मतलब मेरे को बहुत अच्छा लगता है to please everyone. Like that is who I am. I can't please myself, but I can please everyone.
You can please yourself.
You should
वो अलग
please
है.
yourself.
Guys,
I don't mean it like that. I meant prioritize yourself.
Yes.
learn from DM.
Like she's done that with me. Like on my bad day, she's been like, "How can you undervalue yourself and everything?" And then literally 5 minutes after telling me that, she just goes, "Oh my god, I am not doing things right. I need to get my shit together." What
And
is
it
wrong with me?"
happens, like it you just can't help it. With this stuff, it's a journey and you have to figure out. Being kind to yourself is also a very big learning thing. And I've realized that ever since I started work, because it's so easy to be hard on yourself
And mean
and
to
say
yourself.
horrible things. But if you think about it, imagine we're all good people here. Imagine sitting and saying that shit to someone else.
Yeah.
You're worthless, you're not working properly, you'll never be anything that you want to be.
Dude, your inner child.
You're
You
speaking
when
to
you
a
were
kid.
4
Like,
years
who would
old.
do that to a child?
Child,
I think
exactly.
because even I was like that, and I realized that a lot of the time I was focused on what my destination, what I wanted my destination to be,
Exactly.
when I should be appreciating the journey.
Yeah.
Because if I'm not appreciating the journey, why am I taking the?
Yeah, why are you
What is the-
doing what
like,
you're doing? Yeah.
Why would you go on why would you take a drive somewhere
Exactly.
if you just think about, oh fuck, I'm gonna go to this dhaba?
Yeah.
What is the point of the drive then?
That's so true. And I feel like this is something that it's a bad thing, but it has a lot to do with the way we've been taught and the schools we've been to, and because our parents have also, like, they've been brought up in a certain time and they've been said certain things that were not the best. Today I'm telling you honestly, if we, like, I'm talking about us, when we have kids, we'll be very careful of what to tell them. You know, it's just, it makes a difference. They don't realize how they've spoken, and maybe, you know, गुस्से में कभी बोल दिया होगा कि I'm worried about your future, and if you get marks like this, how are you gonna be anything? And that subconsciously sat on your head.
Yeah, I've
Even
heard
if
that all my
I've
life.
also
too.
one bad Hindi test, and my mom's like, how will you be anything in life?
Yeah.
That Hindi test has not gotten me a company,
मैंने
right?
तो वो पे छोड़ दिया था फिर.
Teachers, bro, parent teacher meetings में मतलब, see, like, it's different for different kids also. Today, I was very competitive in school, okay?
Yeah, we know.
Yeah. And I was doing well also. Then, if like in a particular test, when you're like doing well in school, you're in competition with other kids who are also doing really well.
Yeah.
So if in one test I would have scored lower than the other two toppers, the teacher would be like she would tell my mom that, you know, this was not good performance. So imagine the impact that had on me.
Yeah.
There's like, first of all, there's pressure on beating. What about beating 30 other kids?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was never addressed, and that's why that makes me be extremely horrible to myself. During exams, you have no idea the kind of pressure I would put on myself. I've studied and prepared, but I would be like, if I don't stay up at night studying and the rest of the people are up at night studying, I'm a failure. It makes no sense. But it's what I'm telling
It's all
myself.
about being able to say that, yeah, I stayed up.
Working too hard has
Yeah.
been glorified
Yeah.
a lot.
It's literally
Yeah.
all about, the hustle culture.
Hustle.
Ah,
That's what I
hustle
kept
culture.
saying. You can hustle, but everyone has their own pace, their own way
Exactly.
of
Yeah.
working. Today, if I'm someone who wakes up at 5 a.m. and my brain is clear at 5, it'll do no good if today if Krishna is not a morning person, उसको 5 बजे उठा के आप काम दे दो, वो पूरा बिगाड़ देगा. अगर रात में वो same काम करेगा, he'll do it spot perfect. What's the problem?
And then on top of that, it's also like, it's one thing to hustle and work hard, but if I want to win a Olympic gold in high jump, I'm not just gonna jump over a chair 1,000 times a day. Like, there's methods to doing it. You have to be smart about the way you do it. So it doesn't matter how hard you work if you're not doing anything that's actually going to benefit you. What is the point?
That's so true. That's actually very true. And I feel like this is something that needs to be put out there more, because I feel like this community that understands how complex our brains can be, it's still very niche. You know, when I wanted to be a kid, I wanted to be an astronaut. And I used to say this all the time.
Every kid wants to be an astronaut.
But I have said it. I've told
बचपन
my
में
parents that I will
क्या
go to space
क्या
one
बनना
day
चाहते हो?
and this and that.
भाई मैं चिल करना चाहता हूँ लाइफ में.
ये मेरा सही में था कि मेरे को पहाड़ों पे जाना है, एक घर चाहिए वुडन.
बचपन से.
बट एक्चुअली में मेरे को वुडन घर चाहिए,
पहाड़
ट्री
पे
हाउस
घर
चाहिए,
JDM.
ठीक है, ट्री हाउस चाहिए और एक पेट चाहिए मेरे को, बस मेरा लाइफ सॉर्टेड हो
मेरे को तो
जाएगा.
पता है मेरे को कहाँ मेरा घर होने वाला है, पहाड़ में कौन सी
कहाँ
जगह
पे?
पे.
भाई,
पटनी टॉप में बोला ना मैंने.
नेबर
काला
पे?
घर हो, पटनी टॉप में.
पटने टॉप का है.
कश्मीर में, जम्मू में है.
अच्छा.
वहाँ पे घर होगा, काला घर. मैंने दिखाया भी तो एक ऐसा घर होगा.
Oh, हाँ, she wants a black house.
मस्त पूरा घर रहेगा.
Can I tell you something? If you'd spoken about this idea to a Maru parent, they'd be like, please
I know.
step down.
Bro,
Try
I
thinking
told
of
this.
ways to make money. ये सब stupid काम
आपको
करना.
पता है क्या हुआ था? मेरा पहला कॉन्वर्सेशन तो मेरे डैड ने मेरे को आफ्टर कॉलेज मेरे को बोला था कि एमबीए वगैरह करते हैं, पढ़ते पैसे वगैरह के लिए कि ब्रो तेरे को थोड़ा जॉब मिल जाएगा, ठीक है. मैंने ये पता कि मेरे को ज्यादा है ही नहीं, ठीक है. तो पापा ने बोला देख तेरे को आदत हो गया है घर के नीचे 2 गाड़ी रहने का, घर में 1 मेड रहने का, तो तेरे को वो आदत को कंटिन्यू करना पड़ेगा. तब मेरे को रियलाइज हुआ कि गांड मत नहीं हो पाएगा.
Plus my parents also didn't have any other role models to look up to, so they don't know how to parent.
अब-
Can I just say one thing?
They're
They
also
had
learning,
one.
right?
No, they had one thing that very crucial that we have access to that was missing.
Internet.
Good content.
Yeah.
That's so important. I feel like the way I'm telling you this, since I used to also, before we started this company, when I was on YouTube, I'd watch shit. I wouldn't watch anything educational.
Facts.
Siddhant came and he changed my perspective of content and what you can consume. I would like when I was watching content proper that's not on YouTube, it would be educational stuff. But was it helping change my mind and how I was speaking to myself? No. When I started podcasts, when I started listening to more podcasts, reading, listening to audiobooks, small little daily habits I started incorporating, it did a 180 on the way I speak to myself. I'm telling you, till date, there are days when I'm horrendous to myself. Nobody can be worse to me than me. But at least now I'm at a stage where I can identify when that's happening. Even if I can't, he can. You know, and he tells me that, Devina, this is you being bad to yourself and you need to tell yourself that it's not that big a deal. If you're in a rut, you'll get out of that rut. For me, it still happens and you might know this. When I'm in a problem, when we've faced a problem, I'm just like, this is the end of the world. Oh my god, this is it. The company band ho jayega.
I've seen it first hand with you.
But nahi hota hai. We've come out of it again and again.
Five
You
minutes
know what
later-
it means.
5 minutes later, you come up with the solution. You're just like, oh, shit.
Aman, you know what it means when you've planned your entire summer collection with one vendor and that vendor is just AWOL. You know that sinking feeling. Your entire summer collection. What do you do? Now we are fucking two collections. तो वो हुआ है and वो उसमें ना you find your strength. कि अगर if there is a pitfall, that means the universe is teaching you something that you don't already know. Take it like that. Find what you're trying to be taught, learn it so you can get out of it quick enough.
That
That's
was not
very
just a
important.
solution. We actually found a way to do things properly this time.
Yeah.
And
Because
you
that
know
happened.
helped
why
us so
that
much.
happened? Because it was a decision made as a team. It was not just one person, not just Devina putting her head to it.
And because if it was just Devina
She
putting
would
her
go
head to
crazy.
it, I would lock this office and I would just
Bounce.
No, that would be me.
She would
Surrounded with candles and crystals, that is what I would be doing.
Yeah. But because there was Siddhant, because there was you guys knew what to do about it.
You
We
need
found a
the more
resolution.
brains there are, the more capability there is of rational thought, logical thinking, problem solving. These are skills you need. That does not fucking come with an MBA degree, I'm sorry. It comes with life experience.
Very honestly, nothing comes with an MBA.
Bro, job
like,
comes.
Is it that
exactly. No, but what
are
do
you
you get
gonna
out of that
do with
job? Like
That's
Money.
the life. That's the only point.
Exactly.
What is
What
the
you get
point?
married by 26 because you'll have money. The fuck are you gonna do? What are you gonna teach your children?
Are you going to be happy?
You're never gonna be happy. That's the whole point. Like,
Here also. 1 second.
huh.
People might. Some
Yeah,
people
yeah.
might.
Some people like that.
First,
word.
I'll tell you, my plan was very set in life. I finished school, I went into college, I finished my college and I was like, yeah, next step is to pick a nice job that gives me the right amount of job satisfaction. Finish, stick to that job for 2 years, do an MBA, get a good degree and then try opting for big companies, potentially not in Calcutta, maybe not even in India. I had a full plan and path ready and set. Did it happen according to that? No. Because we don't realize how small we are. We were talking about this, right? What the fuck? How do I even know I'm going to be alive tomorrow?
Yeah.
What am I going to do planning 5 years of my life? Again, this lesson has come from him. Because when I used to ask him, when I used to ask him, what is your plan? What are you going to do? He used to say, I don't know. And I used to get very irritated because I was very controlling and I had everything in place. And I was like, this guy doesn't know anything. How is this going to work? Because I'm someone who needs that planning. And I realized that that's exactly what I needed. And maybe I am what he required, I hope.
Yeah.
Such a wholesome conversation.
Yeah.